Picture this. He says all the right things at first, but when it comes to actually opening up, he shuts down. He keeps conversations shallow, avoids emotional topics, and acts like the idea of commitment is a prison sentence. One minute he's warm and charming, the next he's colder than an ice bath. Sound familiar? You're dealing with a man who seems emotionally unavailable. And here's the harsh truth. The colder he acts, the more women chase, hoping their warmth will melt his walls. But what if I told you that's the exact opposite of what works? The real secret to turning cold men into loyal lovers isn't about being more patient or loving him harder. It's about understanding the psychology that makes men resist intimacy in the first place, and then flipping the script so his defenses crumble without you lifting a finger. This isn't about manipulation, it's about psychology, attachment theory, masculine identity, and the way men are wired to process connection. Most women misunderstand coldness as rejection, but here's the truth. A man's emotional distance usually says more about him than it does about you. Today, I'm breaking down the 5 psychological strategies that can flip a man from emotionally unavailable to deeply devoted. If you've ever wondered how to make a man actually choose you instead of keeping you at arm's length, keep watching. Strategy 1, stop chasing warmth. When a man acts cold, most women double their effort. They text more, they compliment more, they offer constant reassurance. The problem? That only convinces him he doesn't need to invest. He gets all the benefits of your love with none of the responsibility of giving it back. Here's the psychology. People don't value what they don't earn. When you're the one carrying the emotional weight, he never has to step up. Instead of chasing warmth, mirror his pace. If he pulls back, don't lean in harder. Create space. This forces him to notice the gap, and if he cares, he'll close it. Strategy 2, trigger his protector instinct. Cold men aren't usually heartless. They're guarded. They fear vulnerability because it makes them feel weak. But you can flip this by engaging his protector instinct. When you share something, not in a needy way, but in a way that shows trust, you activate a man's drive to safeguard what matters to him. This doesn't mean trauma, dumping, or begging for help. It means letting him see you're human and that you choose him to hold that space. For example, I've had a tough day, but I feel calmer talking to you. That one sentence flips the switch. Why? Because it frames him as the safe space, which suddenly pulls him closer. Cold men don't warm up to pressure. They warm up when they feel needed in a way that affirms their strength. Strategy 3, scarcity creates value. Here's something most women never realize. Men bond faster when they feel your attention is scarce. If you're always available, his brain categorizes you as safe supply. But when your time, energy, and emotional access are limited, not because you're playing games, but because you're genuinely investing in yourself, he feels the difference. Scarcity creates value. Stop rearranging your life for a man who gives you half effort. Show him you have passions, priorities, and boundaries. When he realizes he doesn't get unlimited access, he starts associating your presence with privilege, not entitlement. This is the turning point where coldness becomes curiosity. He starts to wonder, what if I lose her? What if someone else gets the loyalty I've been taking for granted? Strategy 4, use emotional anchors. Cold men rarely chase feelings, they chase patterns. That's why you need to install emotional anchors that connect you with comfort, joy, and peace in his mind. Laugh with him until his guard drops. Share experiences that leave him with a positive aftertaste. Be memorable in subtle ways. Inside jokes, unique perspectives, or shared rituals. Here's the psychology. When he thinks of you, his brain links back to those anchors. Even if he tries to keep you at arm's length, his subconscious remembers, she makes me feel good. That association alone melts walls faster than any speech about, where is this going? Strategy 5, master the push-pull dynamic. Want to know the fastest way to make a cold man pursue? Stop being predictable. When you're always there, always texting, always emotionally available, he relaxes into distance. But when you combine warmth with withdrawal, when you lean in, then pull back, his brain can't categorize you. And what the brain can't categorize, it obsesses over. This doesn't mean playing hot and cold games. It means giving enough to spark connection, then stepping back so he realizes he wants more. That tension builds desire, and desire is what turns cold into, I can't stop thinking about her. Strategy 6, test his coldness before you invest. Not all cold men are worth your energy. Some are guarded because of past wounds, and some are cold because they simply don't care. Your job isn't to melt every iceberg, it's to test whether his walls are protective or permanent. Here's how. Pull back your attention. Does he notice and step up, or does he vanish completely? Share something vulnerable. Does he respect it or dismiss it? Offer him the chance to lead. Does he rise to it or avoid responsibility? Cold men who can warm up will reveal it in these moments, but if he shows zero effort, that's not mystery, that's a red flag. And the best way to win loyalty is to walk away from men who don't deserve it. Strategy 7, let him think loyalty is his idea. Here's a psychological twist. Men resist commitment when they feel it's being forced on them. But when they believe they chose loyalty, they guard it with everything they have. So how do you flip the script? Instead of demanding commitment, inspire it. Create experiences he wants more of. Be consistent in your boundaries. Show him through your actions that loyalty to you equals peace, joy, and stability. His brain starts linking the idea of exclusivity with reward, not pressure. And once he feels that choosing loyalty enhances his life, he'll commit fiercely, not because you begged for it, but because he doesn't want to lose what he found. Strategy 8, self-respect is the ultimate magnet. Here's where women make the fatal mistake, sacrificing self-respect for scraps of his attention. They excuse the distance, the mixed signals, the excuses. But here's the truth. Nothing makes a cold man step up faster than realizing your respect for yourself is higher than your attachment to him. Don't respond instantly to low-effort texts. Don't cancel your plans to fit his sudden availability. Don't allow disrespect just to keep the peace. Self-respect is magnetic. It signals, I'm not afraid to walk away if you don't rise to my standards. And that's when cold men realize loyalty isn't optional, it's required if they want access to you. Strategy 9, show him what he gains, not what he loses. Most women try to motivate men with threats. If you don't commit, I'll leave. The problem? That frames loyalty as punishment. Men don't bond with ultimatums, they bond with value. Flip it. Instead of warning him what he'll lose, show him what he gains when he's loyal. Your consistency, your softness, your trust, your full presence. When a man experiences the benefits of your loyalty and realizes those benefits only flow when he invests back, he'll naturally choose it. Why? Because human psychology always seeks to maximize reward while minimizing loss. And loyalty to you must feel like the smartest investment he could make. Strategy 10, the final truth. Coldness is just fear in disguise. Here's the psychology exposed. Most cold men aren't actually cold. They're scared. Scared of vulnerability. Scared of rejection. Scared of losing freedom. But fear wears the mask of indifference. When you stop seeing his coldness as rejection and start seeing it as fear, you stop chasing and start leading. You don't melt his walls by force. You let him take them down because your presence feels safe, valuable, and worth the risk. The moment a man feels safer with you than without you, coldness dissolves and loyalty becomes his default. So here's the truth. Turning a cold man into a loyal lover isn't about playing therapist or begging for affection. It's about shifting the psychology. Stop chasing. Trigger his protector instinct. Create scarcity. Anchor yourself in his emotions. Test his intentions. Hold your boundaries. And above all, respect yourself so fiercely that loyalty is the only option he has if he wants you in his life. Because here's the secret every woman needs to hear. Men don't become loyal because you convince them. They become loyal because you transform into the kind of woman who makes loyalty feel like privilege. So stop overgiving to men who give you nothing. Stop accepting coldness as your standard. Start demanding the kind of love that warms you, grows you, and protects you. Because the right man won't just miss you, he'll fight to never risk losing you. Thanks for watching.